Are you on the hunt for a powerful tablet but want to keep your budget under $300? Well, you're in luck. In 2025, you can find some seriously strong options in this price range. We're talking large 2K displays, solid processors, and surprisingly long battery life. In this video, I'll be sharing my top 5 tablets under $300. It's completely independent and based purely on price to performance, no sponsorships involved. We'll take a look at each model's strengths, weaknesses, and which user group it's best suited for. Let's kick things off with place number 5. Number 5 is the Amazon Fire HD 10. This one is for the budget hunters, sitting well under $150. The hardware is actually surprisingly decent. You get a 10.1-inch 1080p display. It is not the sharpest screen on earth, but it uses strengthened aluminosilicate glass. That makes it tougher than most iPads, so if you drop things often or want a tablet for kids, this can take a beating. But here's the catch you need to know. It runs Fire OS, not standard Android. That means no Google Play Store out of the box. You are stuck with Amazon's App Store unless you are tech savvy enough to sideload things. It is built strictly for the Amazon ecosystem, such as Prime Video, Kindle, and Audible. Inside, it has an octa-core processor and 3 GB of RAM. Let's be real, it is not fast. Multitasking is jerky, and switching apps takes time. But if you just open one app such as Netflix, it runs perfectly fine. It has a micro SD slot to expand storage up to 1 TB, which is great for downloading movies for flights. The battery is solid too, lasting about 13 hours. So if you just want a cheap, durable screen for media, and you do not care about Google Apps, this is the undisputed value winner. Number 4 is the Xiaomi Redmi Pad 2, and this one stays comfortably under $200. The first thing that stands out is the build. Unlike most budget tablets that go with plastic, this one has a full metal unibody design. It actually feels premium in the hand. It's thin at 7.4 millimeters and weighs 478 grams, so it's pretty easy to carry around. On the front, you get an 11-inch display with a 1200p resolution, but the real highlight is the 90 Hz refresh rate. That alone makes the whole tablet feel smoother than the usual 60 Hz budget screens. Scrolling, animations, everything. It also comes with low blue light certification, which helps with eye comfort during long sessions. Inside it runs the Snapdragon 680, and here's something you should pay attention to. The storage is eMMC 5.1. It's slower than UFS, so while streaming video is perfect, apps may take an extra second to open. And yeah, this is not a tablet for heavy 3D gaming. For audio, you get 4 stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, plus the 3.5mm headphone jack is still here. The battery is huge at 8,000 milliamp hours and can push over 14 hours of video playback. So if you want a tablet that feels premium, has a smooth display, and is great for media consumption, but you don't care about high-end gaming, the Redmi Pad 2 is a very solid pick for the price. Coming in at number 3 is the Lenovo Tab M11. This one generally sits right around the $180 mark. If you're a student or someone who takes a lot of digital notes, this is the one you should be looking at. Here's the big selling point. It fully supports the Lenovo Tab Pen. In many regions, they actually include the stylus right in the box, which adds massive value straight away. You don't have to go out and spend extra money just to start writing. It features an 11-inch IPS display with a 90 Hz refresh rate. It's sharp, it's bright enough for indoor use, and reading on this thing is actually quite comfortable. Under the hood, it's running the MediaTek Helio G88 with 4 GB of RAM. I'll be honest, it's not a powerhouse. It handles multitasking, web browsing, and YouTube perfectly fine, but don't expect to run heavy games like Genshin Impact on this. It's built for work, not for hardcore gaming. But here is where it really wins. Software support. Lenovo promises Android updates all the way until 2028. For a budget tablet, that kind of longevity is rare. Throw in a solid 7,040 mAh battery that easily lasts a full day of classes, and quad speakers that sound surprisingly loud. If you need a reliable digital notebook that doubles as a media machine, the Tab M11 is hard to beat. Number 2 is the Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. This one hovers right around $200, and honestly, it's probably the safest bet on this entire list. Hardware-wise, you get a solid 11-inch LCD with a 90 Hz refresh rate. It's not OLED, but the colors are vibrant, and it's plenty bright. Paired with the quad speakers supporting Dolby Atmos, it's a fantastic machine for binging Netflix, but the real magic here is the software. Unlike other budget tablets that just feel like big phones, this runs One UI with a version of Samsung DeX. That means you get a PC-like taskbar and decent multi-window multitasking. If you want to get actual work done, this interface is miles ahead of the competition. Powering it is the Snapdragon 695. It's significantly faster than the chips in the Lenovo or the Redmi Pad 2 we just talked about. It handles gaming and heavy apps much better. Now, a quick reality check. The base model starts with only 64 gigabytes of storage, which is pretty low for 2025. So definitely grab a micro SD card. Also, charging is capped at 15 watts, so it takes a while to juice up. But overall, if you want a polished experience, long-term updates, and great multitasking, the Tab A9 Plus is the king of reliability. Number 1 is the Xiaomi Redmi Pad Pro. Yes, at roughly $340, it technically breaks our $300 limit, but the hardware gap here is massive. You are getting a huge 12.1-inch display with 2.5K resolution. The killer spec here is the 120Hz refresh rate and 600 nits of brightness. Compared to everything else we listed, this screen is sharper, brighter, and significantly smoother. It even has Gorilla Glass 3 for protection, which budget tablets usually skip. Inside, it leaves the entry-level chips behind. It runs the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 built on a 4nm process paired with fast UFS 2.2 storage. This is a crucial difference. Unlike the eMMC storage in cheaper models, apps open instantly, and it can actually handle heavier gaming like Genshin Impact and video editing without choking. The build is premium aluminum, and it houses a massive 10,000 mAh battery that supports 33-watt fast charging, so you spend less time hugged to the wall. It also runs on HyperOS, which adds smooth interconnectivity if you use a Xiaomi phone. Basically, for an extra $40, you jump from budget tier straight to mid-range powerhouse. If you can stretch the budget, this is the best performance you can buy in 2025. So that was my top 5 ranking for the best budget tablets in 2025. Whether you need a simple screen for Netflix or a powerhouse for work, I hope this helped you decide. I've left links to all these tablets in the description below so you can check the current prices. If you have any questions, or if you think I missed a better tablet, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.